All right. Got a short little time frame to get some work done on the old barn this weekend, which ain't bad because the only project I really wanted to get done this weekend is I have 3 cabinet bottoms and I want to get them installed right here. And what you're looking at right here is the frame that we're going to set them on. When I built these cabinets, I built them without the toe kick section because I'm a fairly novice woodworker and I wanted to make sure I could get them as level as could be. So I thought it would be easier for me to level it if I built a frame and screwed that to the floor as my toe kick, because then I could level that and just set my cabinets on top of it. And I got lucky. I cut the boards. The wife liked it better with a 2.5-inch thick base because that made the height of the cabinet perfect for her. So the toe kick's a little less because I was thinking of going 3.5 inches, which would have put it dead even at the bottom of that window. But we can work with this, you know, because we got to use it. So it's better to have it at a comfortable height. So this frame we built, because we have a 124 and 236-inch cabinets. So we got a support so that'll line up right with the edge of each cabinet. And then the other ones are roughly a foot. It's probably overkill. Probably got way too many supports in there, but 2x4s are what, $3 a piece? I'll eat the cost. All right, nothing to do now but get these cabinets bolted on. All right, we got these cabinet boxes screwed together. Basically, there's 3 cabinets here, and I screwed them together with 1.25 inch screws. I used 6 screws to connect each box to the other one. All right, so I run 3 up, a couple inches down from the top and 3 down at the bottom of the box, holding it, sucking it tight to the next box. And it's a pretty decent seam. Nothing, not any big gaps or anything. I mean, it's passable for me, but I'm a novice. Other people may not like it, but I'm pretty happy with it. Everything went as planned. There was no surprises. Kind of nice and level. And besides the 3 screws holding the boxes together, we stuck 6 screws holding the whole assembly to the wall, and then I used 3 screws holding it down to the base, and the base is screwed to the floor. All right, so really nothing crazy there. We got 1 piece of our wall board up here, and that's acting as a spacer because we wanted to space the countertop we're going to put on it. And I had to chop a hole in here for my electrical to come out. And my electrical is going to come out. I'm going to have some cedar panel on this side. I'll probably glue some cedar boards on there or something. Haven't quite got that figured out yet. But then there's going to be a little box for the 12 volt and then a breaker box for the 120. And in the 12 volt box, there'll probably be some fuses. So that I don't have all ironed out yet, but wanted to show you putting the cabinet in here. And now we got a counter. All right. So basically I was going to glue some pine boards together myself, but Menards has these edge glued pine boards, and it was, God, I want to say it was like the high end of $60, maybe $70. I don't quite recall, but for that price, 24 inches wide, 8 feet long, I just bought it. All right, and on the back of it for a backsplash is just a 2x4 notch, so it will be flush with the bottom of that window, because the window trim will come out and go, like that. It'll overhang a little bit over the counter. I think that'll look nice, and that's the plan. And this black stuff you see on it, it's Watco Butcher Block stain and oil. I guess that's how you would say it, but that's what it is. I've used the Watco Butcher Block oil, but I've never used it with stain in it. So I'm kind of excited to see how this holds up. And I've had really good luck with the regular Watco Butcher Block oil, so high hopes for this. All right, we'll set this on there. I think we can touch it about now, and we'll see what it looks like on top of these cabinets. All right, we got that countertop on. I think it looks pretty darn good. There she is. Now it's just sitting on there. It isn't screwed down yet because on the back of the directions on the oil, it said not to use for 72 hours. So I didn't want to mess around with touching it or poking at it or anything. Figured I'd let it sit at 72 hours, and just the next time we come up, then we will screw it down and get that all finished up, and then I can build my frame. Now the next big project, I got to build the upper cabinets and install them, and maybe I'll make a video on that. There isn't too many complex things. I'm making a cabinet box, but gives me something to do. The other part we've been working on, we've been doing the ceiling. Now I know most people would use tongue and groove, but this is just 1/2-inch boards, all right? And they're not necessarily the best boards. You can see a lot of defects in them, but it's cedar that we bought. A guy was selling logs. I got the logs. Most of them were around 10-inch diameter for $4 a piece. So that's what all these boards are coming from. And it's a barn, you know, so it is what it is. I don't think it looks too bad. And there's more work to be done. Like where this seam is, my intention is to do a trim piece that runs the entire length, you know, goes up to there, transitions, goes to there, transitions, goes down. And then there'll be trim pieces that go where it transitions from flat roof to the angled, you know, so that'll go all the way down. My only issue is I got to go cut some more of them logs up. Fortunately, I have a whole stack because that's the only bit I got left that's already cut. And if you look at my ceiling here, you know, I got quite a bit to go yet. And I got the boards are already cut and drying for this wall. I should have plenty extra. Cut them a little over a month ago, and being they're only 1/2-inch. And we've had some fairly warm weather. I think they'll be dry and ready to use. But all right, that's all I can ramble on for now. So on to the next thing.